Elvis is in the building. Denny Bernstein in the fourth period in NHL Radio on SiriusXM joins us to talk Stanley Cup playoffs. Thank God the regular season finally ended, Denny, and it's all upon us, and it starts tomorrow. And I couldn't think of a better way to start it off than basically a rematch of the Four Nations with Hellebuck and Binnington. My God, Blues, Jets, and Peg.
Yeah, but the American goalie's playing for the Canadian team, and the Canadian goalie's playing for the American team. So that's a little flip of the switch. Tough series coming out of the box for the Jets. I know a lot of people are picking them and like them to win it all. This is a really, really good test, and it's just they can get through this team that's playing really well. I know Robert Thomas has been banged up, the number one center for the St. Louis Blues, but this is going to be a tough out. They got a great coach, great goaltender who's been there before. I think this is a 7-game series. Now, that will help them when they go into the next round against Dallas and Colorado, but this is going to be harder for the Jets than I think a lot of people think.
So, do you put any stock in that President's Trophy jinx?
Yep. Because the President's Trophy winner never wins. So, yeah, I got to put stock in it. It doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless. Coming down this. Plus, Scotty, you had teams like within striking distance that, didn't want to press all their players down the stretch, and you wouldn't play them. Like, there are other teams that might have wanted to do that, like Washington. They, once Ovi set the record, they haven't played well. There's definitely an Ovi hangover from 895. So, no, I don't play a lot of, because it all goes to zero, Scotty. And now you got it's the best team to win 16 games. So, while those teams could be favored, are the Winnipeg Jets a lock? No, because I could probably give you 7 teams that could win the Cup this year.
Let's talk about the other game on Saturday. It's in Dallas at the American Airlines, and no Robertson. They were favored to win the West. When he went down, they dropped precipitously down the odds. They tumbled after his injury.
Yeah.
Are they still a good buy at plus money against the Avs?
No, because I wouldn't bet on them if they had Robertson, because they don't have Heiskanen either. So they have a 30 goal scorer coming off the top line, and your best defenseman out of the series against a team that rolls McKinnon, Brock Nelson, Charlie Coyle, and Jack Drury down the middle. No, I wouldn't play them. It's too dangerous. Plus, I don't trust Ottinger. Like, they should have beat Edmonton last year. They should have been in the Cup final. That's a huge injury, Scotty. The injury on the blue line. I just don't trust that goalie. I don't think it's a good bet. I'd lay serious money on Colorado. I think they won't breeze here, but they're the better team, and they'll emerge to play the winner of Winnipeg St. Louis.
Let's go to Saturday. On Saturday, we have 3 games, and it's the Devils Canes, right? Am I crazy? It's Sunday, those games. Devils and Canes in Raleigh, Senators and Leafs at Scotiabank in Toronto, and the Wild and Vegas in Sin City at the T-Mobile on the Strip. Let's start with the Devils and Canes in Raleigh. No one at all on the face of the earth is giving the Devils any chance at all. And that started when Hughes went down. Not now. Right. It was a month ago when they said, oh, they're finished.
Do I have to watch the series? Do I have to? I guess I have to.
Well, I'm going to watch it. We got to have somebody around here to root for.
That's true. No, Carolina's going to win. It just Jack Hughes being out, that's a huge thing for them. And yeah, I just don't like the way they're playing down. So now they get back Dougie Hamilton. I just think that's too massive of a loss. And Carolina is playing better down the stretch. I just think they're the better team, top to bottom, primarily because of Jack Hughes' injury. So I'd say Carolina, in 6 games? I'll give Devils a couple of wins. Maybe Markstrom gets them one. Maybe their power play gets them one. But they can't be the favorite, and I don't see them emerging to the second round.
So Morency was on here today, and he literally said that the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win the Stanley Cup, and they're playing the Senators Sunday at Scotiabank in Toronto. I won't deny they've been playing better. I won't deny they've been winning close games. I won't deny they've been winning overtime games. I won't deny they won the division. Will they lose again in the playoffs?
Tell Gabe that's Ottawa in 6. Yeah, they're going to lose again. How can you trust that team, right? I don't know about their goaltending. Wall and Stoller. Stollers was backing up Bobrovsky in Florida last year. That's not why they won the Cup. No, there's something. And, Scotty, you know what the season series between these two teams were? Ottawa won 4-0. They're confident. I don't know about Brady, and it's funny. Those teams like Ottawa and Detroit and Buffalo, they're on the same grouping. One team made the playoffs. Guess why? They went and got a freaking goaltender, Linus Olmark. I like the upset here. I think it's the livest underdog of the four, or the lower seed of the four in the East. I don't like any other lower seeds to win. I'm going to pick Ottawa in this series.
And that's that Olmark from Boston, right?
Right, exactly. Yep. And look what happened to Boston when he left. It's not so easy
Yeah,
for 8 million. One guy getting 8 million carry a team couldn't happen.
right. And now you got Wild and Knights on Sunday night in Sin City. Do the Wild have a shot against this team that's won 5 division titles in 8 years in Vegas?
No, the Knights are gonna say an early good night to the Wild. It's a sweep. They're not gonna win a game. And I know they got back Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek. No, that's Scotty. That's why you win the division. Like if Vegas didn't win the division, they'd have to play Edmonton or LA. Now they get the Wild. It's a breeze. If they played St. Louis, that would be a tough one. They got the easiest draw in the East. I think it's a sweep, maybe one game in Minnesota, but they don't play that game at home either. So that's a breeze for Vegas. That's a big advantage going into the next round against the winner of Edmonton and LA.
All right, so you already said the Capitals aren't playing well, but you're going to take them over the Canadians, aren't you? And then tell me what you think of the Kings finally, after 3 straight, whatever it is, losses to the Oilers in the playoffs. They face them again. What's going to happen?
Well, this is the year, Scotty. It's got to happen this year. They're better, they're bigger, and they're better. Because not only did they get their butts kicked by the Oilers last year in 5 games, they got bullied. Not this year. Last year, the fourth line center was 5'9" and 175. This year, Sammy Helene is 6'6" and 205. The guy next to him is Jeff Ballot. He's 6'5", 200, and his brother's a UFC fighter. They're a better, deeper team. Quentin Byfield's now a center. He drives his own line. They have 3 deep. And the injury to Matthias Ekholm, that's the deciding factor for me. They don't play great defense this season, and without Ekholm, the Oilers, I don't know how they match up defensively against Kings that go now 3 lines deep.
And the Caps win?
Caps win, 5 games.
I'm hearing the rumor is that the UFC brother is going to lace him up as well for the Kings.